He trusted him because the guy knew how to use his Filipino nature. I know it's a third world country and things happen, and it's a very peaceful place, and what happens is Filipinos like this mess it up for everyone. There's people that's only making 500 pesos a day, and they're some of the happiest people that you'll ever meet in your life. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Filipino TV YouTube channel. Now today I have one for you here. This one's gonna be titled, "This expat Gets Held Up. It was impressed how fast the police captured the con man." Alright, now this one's gonna be a good one, and it's actually, this is something for foreigners, not just coming to the Philippines. I say going to every country, because believe it or not, sometimes these things happen more in other countries than in the Philippines. Definitely stay tuned for this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to click the notification bell, because if the notification bell is clicked, you'll catch all of my content when it comes out. And guys, pretty soon I'm going to be in Manila. So while I'm there in Manila, I'm going to show you guys a ton of condos that you guys can purchase, places you can rent. I'm going to share that with you guys, and I'll be back in the main city in the Philippines. So stay tuned for that. It's a lot more coming. And also guys, if you're looking for a condo of your own and you want it in Manila, Davao, Cebu, let me know. I can set you up my agent, and they'll be sure to show you a condo that works for you. But anyway guys, let's get right into this. So this expat came out here and he got conned. Now you ask, how did he got conned? We're gonna get into it. I'll tell you why it's easy to happen in a lot of places. But anyway, let's go. So what happened with this guy is he got robbed for more than 6,000 pesos in a taxi. Now he was once a public information officer with the World Health Organization in the Western Pacific in the US. So therefore, while I'm reporting this to you guys, his name is going to be called Who. So when I say Who, I'm talking about this guy. Well, he actually felt that he needed to share his experience he had with the cops, because of course, in old school Filipino fashion, he had a great experience with the authorities. You know, they were pleasant and they were able to solve the case fast. And it's just going to be like that. Filipinos are very pleasant, friendly, easygoing, and a lot of times that's great, but then you have other Filipinos that take advantage of that because foreigners put their guard down. But anyway, what happened was his experience with the Philippines so far, of course it was great. You know, he considers Filipinos to be kind and honest. And then let me tell you what happened. Now, he once left a backpack of gadgets on a bus, and it was returned to him by the person who found it. So that's like, say you leave a backpack somewhere, and then he may have his wallet in the bag, or he may have some information to where it can get back to him somehow. The person got the backpack back to him themselves, everything in it not missing. And I can understand that story because that happened with me. I remember when me and Kay were getting married, right? And I was staying in a hotel, and I was there pretty much by myself. Her uncle came later. He was the only guy I had as a best man. It was a lonely time around that time because, you know, my family wasn't coming, but he came, spent the day in the hotel with me. You know, we had an extra bed there, and what happened was I went downstairs and I went to go buy something from the store. Of course, I'm getting married the next day. I wanted to snack and pig out, so I go down there to the store, and I left my wallet there, right? And then I walked over to the hotel where Kay was staying. You know, I went over there to get that talk through the door. Of course, you really can't see your lady, you can't see your wife, so I wanted to go get to talk through the door with her, but I left my wallet there. Now, what happened was someone found my wallet, right? And when they found it, they returned it back to the guy that was at the register. So Filipinos will typically do that. Now, the thing is, it won't happen with every single Filipino, but for the most part, that's what will happen when you're in the Philippines. You know, a lot of times they'll see your wallet and they'll return it to who it needs to be returned to, unless it's a person that's down and out. Then at that point, your wallet is gone. So imagine how this guy's feeling. Is his guard going to be up or down? Of course his guard is going to be down. He has great experience with Filipinos, and why would his guard be up? What happened was the Filipino man, he actually preyed on foreigners on a regular basis, and the guy who was hailing a cab, so the guy that was robbed, he was actually hailing a cab. And then at that time when he was hailing the cab, the Filipino befriended him, and he introduced himself as a security guard in one of the cafes that Americans frequented. So the guy already knew the plan, exactly what he needed to say. He knew what he was doing. So he tells the American man who he was, and he was on the way to visit his sick mother. You know that same story, to get guys to feel sorry for you, or even ladies to feel sorry for you. That's what he did. And he sold the story so well that he offered him a ride since he was on his way to Rojas Boulevard. So he told the guy, you know, my mother's in Makati, and of course Rojas Boulevard, that's over there by like Pasay area. So really going on the way to Makati, and he sold it. So what happened was, as they were riding, you know, they get in the public market, they get to the public market, they're riding, they get to the public market, and that's usually where he sticks people up at, right? So what happened was he stuck him up, got him for all of his money. Okay, of course the guy in the cab is not going to, you know, get all out of sorts, because it's a stick up, you know, and he doesn't want to die. So he stuck him up and robbed him. Now the great thing about this is he got caught fast, but he got caught a week later, and that was actually good. And that's why the guy felt it was good, because he got caught so fast. But what he explained to the police is actually what helped him get caught, because he said what area it was in, and the guy went back to the same area, you know, which of course was a dumb mistake. That's the worst mistake you can do. That's actually what the last story I had. They got caught the same way with the 3 ladies, and they had a guy to like carry the people. Same thing happened there. They go back to the same area to do the same crime, which is retarded. Well, that's what got him caught. He actually got caught doing the same thing to another foreigner, and you know, I don't like when things like this happen. I'll tell you, because it's people like this that mess it up for the entire country. You know, you have foreigners that saying, "Oh, it's a third world country, it's poor, and it's like this." And these things, more of this type of stuff happens in the U.S. More of this type of stuff happens in the UK. Places that are not third world countries. I know it's a third world country and things happen, and it's a very peaceful place. And what happens is Filipinos like this mess it up for everyone, because that's what everyone goes back to. Oh, it's a third world country. Oh, they're so poor. They're only making 500 pesos a day. They have to do it. And you know what's crazy? There's people that's only making 500 pesos a day, and they're some of the happiest people that you'll ever meet in your life. You know, not looking to do you any wrong or anything like that. And I'll tell you this myself. I've never ever experienced anything like this myself in the Philippines. And Kay would always tell me stories of people holding up jeepneys, people jumping on buses with the open air windows or holding people up. You know, she would tell me to beware of cutters, because when you're in Manila back then, and it still could happen now, and you're walking and someone that wants to rob you, if you have your bag in the back, they'll walk up on you and cut your bag and get your wallet and belongings out. If you have a camera or something in there, they'll take it out, and you keep walking up the block, you won't even know it. And you turn around and your bag is not even there, you know, because they cut your bag off and took your stuff. This stuff really would happen, and it still can happen. So that is some of those things you need to be aware of. And the thing about it is, all of these things would definitely happen back then when I first moved here. You know, when I first moved here, the Philippines was crime-ridden, especially in Manila. You guys already know, back in 2016, with all the craziness happening, I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, like I said before, happens in every country. Thailand, Brazil, DR, all of the countries you guys like to visit. You know, so I think no matter where you are, okay, you definitely don't want to live in fear. Just be aware, okay? Because it can happen anywhere, and especially when you're back home. So you can't let that be a deciding factor. You know, you can't let things like that, even me telling this story, be your reason why you wouldn't go. I tell the story to tell you guys to look out, because you see what happened. This guy sold the story, and a lot of you guys are not going for it anyway. A lot of you guys are smart. You know, you're gonna know, okay, you know, this person is trying to sell this story to me to get me to drop my guard down. And where the guy messed up is he got the cab with the guy. You know, he'd be better off getting his own cab. But that's the thing. I think that's the moral of the story there. You know, don't bring someone in a cab with you. Oh yeah, no problem. No, I don't want you to ride with me. I'm gonna get you your own cab. Here, what you need? You need 1,000? Give him 1,000. Keep going that way. He'd been better off doing that than riding in the cab with him. But he trusted him. He trusted him because the guy knew how to use his Filipino nature, you know, that natural hospitable attitude, that natural, create that story to get you to feel bad. And a lot of times situations are happening like that in the Philippines, because when you're out here and you're walking around Manila, even Cebu, you'll find old people sometimes begging for money because they're sick. You know, you see a person sitting down, old person begging for money, saying, I need money for medicine. And sometimes they're not lying. They actually need that money for medicine. So you saying this and continuously saying this, and then a guy tells you that story, I see why he got robbed. But anyway, guys, that's the moral of the story. Don't fall for any stories. That's the moral of the story. Don't fall for any sad stories. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, you're welcome to support my content by giving a small donation by PayPal. You can go to my Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And there you can buy me a coffee, or you can book a consultation with me. I have consultations for a very small fee. Also, I have consultations for working at home. So if you're a guy that's a little younger and not quite retired yet, and you want to work from home while in the Philippines, you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And also I have a packages for working at home, so you'll see them there. You can book it there. You can get a shirt that represents your journey to the Philippines at foxtonomy.creator-spring.com. Once again, that's foxtonomy.creator-spring.com, and get a shirt that represents your journey to the Philippines today. There's a new feature to YouTube. It's thanks. Now at the bottom of this video, you'll see thanks there. You can give thanks and make sure your comment is highlighted, and you can give a small donation that way as well. Guys, in the description, you'll see other videos of my other content that's great as well. So you'll be sure to watch my other content there. Thank you for watching. See you next video.